Shalom and welcome to Voice of Torah podcast, presented by Beit Yisrael International, where the eternal wisdom of Torah meets the heartbeat of today's world. I'm Gaddi Efrayim, and each week we journey together through the sacred scroll of Torah, uncovering divine lessons, ancestral echoes, and soul-rooted guidance, one Parsha, one verse, one revelation at a time. This week we open the gates of Parashat Tavo, when you come, a portion overflowing with both promise and warning, light and shadow. It begins with one of the most beautiful mitzvot in all of Torah, the offering of the Bikurim, the first fruits of the land of Israel. Farmers would carry their choicest produce in baskets up to Jerusalem, to the place where Hashem caused his name to dwell, and there they would make a declaration, a song of gratitude, a testimony of faith, and a remembrance of Israel's journey from wandering, slavery, and hardship to inheritance, abundance, and blessing. The Parsha then guides us to the declaration made upon completing the tithes, affirming that we have cared for the Levite, the orphan, and the widow, reminding us that holiness is not only about offerings to heaven, but also about responsibility to each other here on earth. From there, the Parsha moves into one of the most striking covenantal moments in the Torah, the blessings and the curses. If Israel remains faithful to God's mitzvot, blessings flow, blessings in the city and in the field, in the fruit of the womb and the fruit of the land, in coming and in going. Yet if the covenant is broken, curses follow, scarcity, suffering, and exile. These verses are not just threats of punishment, but spiritual laws of cause and effect. Closeness to Hashem brings life, while distance creates emptiness. The sages teach that even within the curses lies hidden mercy, for they are meant to awaken us, to draw us back to God, and to remind us that the heart of our existence is to serve Him with joy, gratitude, and wholehearted devotion. Tavo speaks as much to us today as it did to our ancestors standing at the threshold of the land. It asks us, what are the first fruits of your life, and to whom do you dedicate them? How do you use your blessings, wealth, time, talents to honor God and uplift others? Are we serving Hashem with joy or merely out of habit? This portion is both mirror and map, reflecting where we stand and pointing us toward a life of blessing and renewal. Thank you for listening to Voices of the Parsha from Beit Yisrael International. Stay tuned, stay rooted, and stay inspired as we continue walking the ancient path lit by the light of Torah.
Welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're looking into something ancient, but really personal too, the mitzvah of Bikurim, the offering of first fruits. Now, on the surface, yeah, it seems agricultural. But what we'll find, especially looking through insights from Beit Yisrael International and the Gaddi Efrayim notes, is this beautiful, choreography almost of the soul's devotion. It's a path to gratitude, surrender, and inner renewal.
It really is fascinating. And what strikes me is how these particular sources, Beit Yisrael and Gaddi Efrayim, they really transform what could be seen as just a historical ritual.
Yeah.
They turn it into this eternally relevant framework for how we live. We're moving beyond just the physical fruit to the essence, the real heart of offering our very best.
Okay, right. Let's unpack that. The Mishnah, our foundational text, it tells us Bikurim isn't just about bringing the first ripe fruits to the temple. It's tied tightly to that powerful declaration, the one that starts, "My father was a wandering Aramean." It recounts our whole journey, grounding the act in deep historical gratitude. Divine providence, really.
Exactly. That declaration piece is key. And then building on that, the Midrash Tanshuma adds another layer, doesn't it? It reveals it's deeper than gratitude even. It's an act of self-offering to God. The fruit is sort of a vessel for the soul's love, turning gratitude into a kind of complete surrender, aligning our will with the divine.
That's quite something. This internal surrender sparked by a physical act. So is the physical act just a trigger, or is it expressing something already there?
I think it's both, really. The act makes the internal state tangible. It reinforces it. It solidifies the intent. And what's really crucial here is the quality of that offering. The Torah commands bringing the reshit.
Right, reshit.
Yeah.
Not just the earliest, but the finest, the choicest.
Precisely, the finest. Chizkuni, the Rambam, they both stress this. Anything dedicated to God has to be the most beautiful, the best quality we have. And this isn't just for temple offerings back then. It's the principle of culture level Hashem, all the best. The prime part is for the divine. That applies everywhere. Prayer, study, charity, kindness.
Okay, so if that principle, giving our reshit, is so central, how does that work for us today? Without a temple, without literal first fruits for most people.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And that's where Beit Yisrael International really offers something powerful and very personal. They teach that Bikurim's core message goes way beyond the land, way beyond the harvest cycle. It becomes a daily practice for the soul, a continuous conscious dedication.
That's really insightful. So Beit Yisrael International suggests applying it daily. Like, how? Practically. Like the first words we say. Moda Ani in the morning, that prayer of gratitude.
Exactly that. And the first moments you set aside for Torah study, the first bit of your earnings you give to charity, dedicating the finest of your talents, your skills to things that matter. It's about bringing the first fruits of your consciousness, your awareness, to the divine throughout your day.
Connecting that to the bigger picture then, Gaddi Efrayim has that profound insight, right, about the words.
Oh, yes. That's fascinating. They point out that the Hebrew phrase, kol pri hadama, all the food to the ground, it shares the same gematria, the same numerical value as the word neshama, soul.
Wow. So it's not just a coincidence.
They suggest it's not. Mystically, it shows the first fruits are like a mirror, a reflection of the soul itself. So by offering them symbolically, we're returning our deepest essence to its source. And through that, we sanctify, well, all of life.
That totally reframes it. It's much deeper, more internal. The Lubavitcher Rebbe talks about this too, doesn't he? Giving the best means dedicating the first, most vibrant parts.
Yes, the best of our time, our energy, our ability. It's about offering the essence of our inner labor, you could say, the soul's bikurim.
And it connects to renewal, too.
Absolutely. It's tied into Hitchadshut, daily renewal, like Rebbe Nachman teaches.
Yeah.
Every single day is a fresh chance to bring those inner fruits. The Arizal, the great Kabbalist, even thought as a cosmic thing, a tikkun. Our actions helping repair creation, elevating hidden sparks, aligning our small will with the Creator's larger plan.
So when you pull it all together, the essence of Bikurim, especially as illuminated by Beit Yisrael and Gaddi Efrayim, it's gratitude for the past, definitely,
Yeah.
but also sanctifying the present moment and renewal for the future. It's about aligning our will, that inner labor, with something, well, bigger than us.
Exactly. To live a life of Bikurim, as these sources really emphasize, is to try and make every act, every word, every thought an offering from the heart, ensuring that the best that's within us is consciously directed, returned to the one who gives us life in the first place.
So here's something for you to think about. In your own life, what are those first fruits? What reshit are you bringing to your day, your work, your relationships? How might consciously dedicating your very best actually elevate everything else?